It's been a long day and it's about to get longer. It's 8:18. I haven't even taken a shower yet. And if you've been here for a while, you know how big of a deal that is. You know, I do 3 times a day, shower, clean the house 3 times a day. Like, I have been so busy. Oh my goodness. When I tell you, FedEx, you need to do better, those delivery drivers are stealing people's packages. Just waiting for my packages is like an all day thing. I have to organize my entire day around making sure that somebody doesn't steal my packages. Then I ended up in the kitchen half of the day. I don't know. You ever have your days where your kids just take up all your attention? I was supposed to open my Etsy shop today. There's so much background work that it takes to open up a store online. Not just designing the clothes, working with artists so that you can have stuff to put on the clothes because I don't draw that well. So I use graphics from other artists and then I design hoodies and aprons and stuff around it. It's stuff that I would like actually wear though. And then just learning about Etsy and the billing process, learning about my manufacturer and just the whole process. It's taken a few months, but after all of the research and putting everything together, now is the time to actually move forward and open the store and then order my samples and all of that stuff. And it seems like it's just been one holdup after the other, which is fine. Which brings me to right now in this moment, I could go to sleep and put this off, but it's like the processing time plus the delivery time, if I keep pushing back when I order my samples, may ultimately affect when I'm supposed to do the official launch of my store. When you are a single parent and you have to take care of your kids full time, make money, and also work on your ultimate goal, like maybe a business or a passion project, the best times are late at night and early in the morning to get stuff done because it seems like during the day is the time to take care of all the life stuff, the functional stuff, the 9 to 5s, the cleaning the house, the raising of the kids, all of that stuff, the teaching them, the working out, cooking, cleaning, all that stuff. And the times where the kids are finally asleep and you have the house to yourself are really late at night and early in the morning. So I really had to push myself to just be superhuman because I'm trying to tell you, you just have to be superhuman if you want to fulfill your goals. Otherwise, they're just going to stay dreams because there's just like not enough time in the day. And I don't want any part of my life to suffer. So I just have to put in more hours. And it's fine because at the end of the day, I would be doom scrolling anyway. When I'm stressed out, which is most of the time, I'm managing stress and trying not to be fearful 24 hours a day, which is just another form of managing stress 24 hours a day. And that takes up all of my time and my energy. So I have to make spaces to get stuff done. So I have to push through being tired because what they say, no, said sleep is for the dead. And that's true. You can sleep when you die. Something. Whatever he said, that's what it meant. And I believe that that's true. So now I have to go and do the one-time payment for the Etsy store. Then I can order my samples of my products at a discounted rate because your Etsy store has to be open before you can get your samples from your manufacturer. So I did that. And, well, no, I haven't done that. That's what I'm about to go do. And I think I'm nervous. I don't think I'm nervous. I think I'm excited. This has been very hard for me because my whole life I've been fighting self-doubt. So I also have avoidant personality disorder. I just want to throw that in there just so you understand like the weight that I'm carrying. It is so challenging to do anything where I feel like I'm going to be rejected. And the point is, anything that you do, you risk being rejected. My kids reject me all the time. You want to hang out with them and they don't want to hang out with you, or you want them to do something they don't want to do, boom, rejection, whatever. It happens in life. Okay, it's part of life. But for me, it's just like world ending. It feels world ending. It's like if you tell me no, I'll never ask you for anything again ever in life. Stuff like that. That's just how my brain works. So this has been very challenging for me. And I'm just keeping track of my progress so that I can look back and see how I got to where I'm going. Because I know where I want to go. But somehow I feel like God has a different plan for me, probably, because I don't even know my own potential. I'm just now waking up to my own potential because I'm having to reprogram myself from the self-doubt that was fed into me as a child in my entire life. Because I remember being very, very young and believing in myself. But gradually, the world told me what I couldn't be, and then I believed it. And then I stopped trying, and then I became a people pleaser. And then when that didn't work, because ultimately people will always disappoint you in one way or another, even if it's just a small rejection. My heart holds on to them things. It's not like I want to be that way, but that's how I am. If you reject me, I will just never be the same again. In my mind, our relationship is fractured. My psyche doesn't handle rejection well, so I don't set myself up for it. I be working through my trauma. Like, my therapy sessions, I never want to go to therapy. I do my therapy on Zoom. I barely leave my house, but I've been working on that, by the way. I never really want to go, but when I go, I run my mouth from the time she logs on to the time she logs off. Run my mouth the entire time. Every single time. And then I realized my therapist is the only adult in my life that I speak to. Like, my kids are adults, but they're not real adults. They're under 25. They're not real adults. They're teenagers. And I spend all of my time with teenagers. All of my time with teenagers. And that is not healthy at all. But they're training me. I'm still learning not to take things personally because they be real slick in the mouth. Just be like, that controlled and like premeditated ignoring has worked for me so much in the past 6 weeks. Just those little smart, quippy remarks when they're letting go of their frustration because I've had to course correct them. Ignoring that has made our relationship so much better. I've become so much less reactive. I'm so proud of me. We got a long way to go, though. And honestly, I'm not even tired because I know what I'm comparing this day to. I'm comparing it to me being on YouTube for like 10 hours a day. So I don't mind. I don't mind being tired. I just made me a nice little decaf. Drink some water, do some push-ups, and we're going to get to it. This ain't nothing but to do it. But that's the season that we're in, getting stuff done. I'm tired of just sitting around and hoping for things to change. No. I'm going to make things change, and I'm very excited. And I've even added some new stuff to the store because at first I just started with a couple of shirts. And then when I started looking at everybody else's store, I'm like, yo, you got 4 things in your store. And it's like, girl, dream big, go for the big thing. You can do more. You can do more. Just do it. So I'm having fun with it. But I'm learning to balance everything. Reading, writing, working out, working on my book, working on designing new pieces for my Etsy store, and still working on music and still building the home studio because I don't want to record in someone else's studio anymore. And I also want to learn how to mix down music. So this is how I feel like I'll manage my bipolar, is always having some outlet for my energy. When I get bored with one thing, I can switch to something else. Instead of, what do they call it? False dopamine, getting it from like social media or just negative external things. I can get it from being creative, and I can start to build up or strengthen my dopamine receptors. I'll be really working on this therapy stuff. It's not a game. Mental health is not a game. And I want to strengthen my spiritual gifts, and I would like to heal my body and my mind from this trauma. I'm tired of being stuck there, just like I was tired of being stuck in lack frequency. So I had to change how I prayed and how I saw situations, and stop begging for stuff and hoping for stuff and start demanding things and taking accountability for stuff and making things happen. Yes. Thank you so much for spending time with me here in Fairy World. If you're interested in checking out my music, it's available on all music streaming platforms worldwide under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss. I love you, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace. Subscribe if you like, hit the like if you like me.